Hello everybody, and welcome back to this blast from the past. I'm really surprised we got to load the, this is the Chateau. This is the Chateau. We got to load the Chateau. And holy cow, I honestly, when I was thinking back to it, I was like, you know, the Chateau is really, really great, right guys? It's really, really great. Yeah, turns out we've grown a lot since early May. Heck, we were working on this early May. We started this city. And I'm lucky to be able to get it loaded. It looks like the performance on it is absolutely terrible, so I don't know what's going on there. So hopefully, unfortunately, I'm not recording, the CPU is not recording on a setting that's going to give us, it's going to be lower quality of a video because for some reason the city is just running like garbage, but that's unfortunate. And that's just the way that it is. So let's take a look at the city. Let's tour the city. Let's reflect. Let's think about things. Heck, we're going to be able to compare this to the other the other commentary and final thoughts for the other completed cities that we've done more recently. But wow, this one's making me chuckle. Oreo, avert your eyes, Oreo Sunday, because the jankiness is so real in this town. It's not even funny, guys. This was, I think, was this even before we even came up with the idea of jankiness at all? Like, holy cow, what is going on here? What is this? Well, it's a double trumpet. This is a true double trumpet. But it's like, what is this monstrosity? Like even this stuff here, like what am I doing? A 2 plus a 3 equals a 3? Like this is a complete nightmare. This whole thing is a complete nightmare. So we started, this was the first tile that we worked with, right? We're like, oh, let's do a diamond about. I didn't even connect these bits here, but I did do a connection here. This is actually the Darth Vader playing basketball right here. That sort of the legend that we talk about. It also kind of looks like a Skylines. It's hard to see since we expanded this part. There was a point when this wasn't all filled in. It looked exact. Here's the arm. Here's the hand grasping the basketball. I actually really do like the fact that this city started off with this agricultural center. I think that's actually really cool. This was before, by the way, this was before we had Natural Disasters DLC even purchased. So as you can see, the forestry area in the middle of our agricultural area is completely just burning down, like immediately, just on cue. Here's our little prison. This is the original prison island. We have some little shops and activities here because we actually have the Avengers. This is Stark Industries right here, and our little prison. We got ferries. This is just like, ferries are just going absolutely... Oh, I didn't realize that ships were even going through those. Whoops. But we got ferries that are going around all the islands, connecting to all the islands. But this was the original island. Look at this. The cool thing was this actually worked, right? We were doing this with rush hour. We had immense traffic issues. One of the reasons why this looks crazy is because we had crazy traffic issues. But this actually, like, we got this, you know, humming smoothly. I like this little pier out here, actually. Look at all this empty space. Look at this just random nonsense. I think somewhere around here we have the alpha helix here, the DNA alpha helix through here. It's kind of neat. Actually, this neighborhood doesn't look too bad. We have a monorail. You can see that there is a monorail that goes around here too, right through the city, right through the actual neighborhoods. Yes, these people were getting sick all the time. And we had to constantly deliver sleeping pills to these people so they could actually go to sleep. We were using realistic population. That's why we see pretty large, low dense area with some little, you know, some little sort of bits of high dense sort of just wiggled in. This was kind of before we started doing a lot of parking. We're loading this city like multiple patches and DLCs later, so that's why there's going to be a lot of traffic and stuff. Well, this city was actually running pretty well traffic-wise. This is our sort of... I actually kind of like this still. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't make any sense, but this is our sort of like industrial sector out here. I'm being built up on the hills. We got some ore industry out here even. Heck, we got some ore industry, we got some generic industry. Sort of this crazy like double roundabout thing going on with these other little rounds that get people... These actually work perfectly. You getting off, you get here. You getting on, you get here. So it's people are getting off while the people are getting on. It's just fluid. It's just fluid. Actually, it actually works pretty well. Really, really fun though. That was sort of was the initial projects, right? In fact, if we go down here, we can see, we gotta get out of cinematic mode for a second. This is Odd Bob and Gossiping Terra's home. This is literally what started the chat housing on this city. I mean, these are, if we click around some of these homes, Donukaru, Tabuki, Jaden. This is Dubs' crib. This is such a throwback. This is such a throwback. These are the original people that we got into the housing, like super early, super early. Odd Bob, Gossiping Atira, Tabuki, Jaden, and Dubs. How much of a throwback is that? That's so hype. So hype. But we do have proper chat housing on this, and I'm probably going to end up, not on the video, but I'm probably going to go back just for my own sake and read every single home, every single structure that's up on the Chateau. Because here's the actual, this is the Chateau. Guys, remember how big the Chatscade was and how big Chat Park was? This was the entire Chateau. We fit everybody onto here. We have Crazy Blinder, Appy Fizzy. Come on, the aggressor when it comes to marbles, right? Appy Fizzy's still hanging out with us. Zane, this is Zane's abode. Zane still hangs. Tai Tao. I mean, these are people that we still know and love. In fact, actually, this one's not even named. What the heck? Ooh, FNs. I mean, some of these people, of course, we don't see as often anymore. Dank Brownies. King Demunchas. King Demuncha's still around. I mean, Elixir Rex. Heck, here we have DNA's. I actually remember DNA's residence. I mean, this is crazy to me. Professor J. Hey, this is Matt before he changed his name. Icefire, look how cool. I don't know, this is, I can't go through all this stuff right now, but how cool is that? How cool is that? So anyways, this freeway comes along into this secondary island, right? We have this, oh, look at this awesome area. We did this in the Chatscade, but we did it so much better. But look how cool it looks, sort of the original version of it, right? We sort of revamped this in the Chatscade with the aquarium even, and did sort of like a little pedestrian paradise. This was originally a zoo, but we're getting a lot of issues with it. I guess we could kind of see the city at night for a second, but I think we do want to keep this day-night cycle off here. Sorry to kind of pause the video there. Let's just keep a look at what it looks like during the day here. Yeah, so just continuing rounds, right? The city was a lot of like sort of these rounded, almost crop circle designs. We have sort of the Wi-Fi. This is kind of the Wi-Fi symbol neighborhood here. Heck, I remember having a great time. We were talking here, we were talking... And I remember talking to people while we were building this. Just... This actually feels like it was years ago. This actually feels like it was years ago, guys. I love this freeway thing here, though. It's sort of like it loops around and then it like diverges. This is all to get this like this is all to get this pattern here where people can slip off and slip on, and then people can slip off and then slip on, or slip on and then slip. Well, you know what I mean. So that's why this all diverges and flips around in a weird way, but it all sort of, this is actually, man, this city was actually so heavily inspired by Freelancer Alaska. It's not even funny. This was before he probably even knew who I was. I was sort of just like, he did something kind of like this with his stadium, but the idea of having it right off the freeway and having sort of like a little like leisure area around the stadium that was like directly ripped off from Freelancer Alaska. Heck, a lot of the circular elements of the city were ripped off from the Australian city that he was working on at the time. So we come around into here. We're not in cinematic mode anymore. This is Odd Bob 65. We literally named this whole area after Odd Bob, which is so awesome. This was back before Odd Bob was a mod. We have all this tourism at the front here. Look, this is like a crazy commercial area. We have tourism, we have local produce, and we have leisure. So it's like this is literally just one big, massive, giant commercial area. And I think we actually even have just a complete underground sort of roundabout system that's getting people around. Just complete chaos going on here. But still really, really neat. Really, really cool. Oh, this, I see where this goes. This just pops up into here. I don't know, just absolutely crazy. Lots of these sort of like, again, sort of a circular vibe here. I don't know, let's get a proper look at the chat. So we're kind of sneaking a peek there. Comes up leisure on the way up. The Chateau. And this is it. This is the Chateau. Oh, Draco, his home in the... We put his home in a hole because he wanted his home in a hole. I don't know why, but this is literally the entire chat housing. I can't believe it, but that's what chat housing looked like back in May. How crazy is that? We have actually 2 stadiums in this city. Nice little leisure area here around this stadium. Look at this clover field that we made, guys. Clover, or not Cloverfield, Clover Interchange. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm hysterical right now. This is so crazy. I do like this area though. This fish, this is actually one of our sleeker designs, I think. The 2 circles here, and then the fish and the fact it doesn't connect. This is actually some of our sleeker designs. But man, look how janky this area looks. Look how janky this is, guys. Are you kidding me? I would get crucified if I built cities like this right now. Oreo would have never actually even followed the channel if this is what we were doing. Maybe we should rename this to Jankyville, guys. This is another big commercial area. Another big commercial area with the international airport. Lots of trains on this city, actually. Lots of trains. We come out to this island, which is actually the cyborg chicken island. The little robotic wings and the head kind of like wearing like a knight's helmet, I guess. Here's the Iron Man center, which I think actually looks kind of neat. And this is just generic housing. I have no clue. I can't tell you at all why we put in. Why in the world did we put in high-tech housing here? I have no clue why we did that. This is a neat little cove out here for leisure, sort of like a sort of a activity area for the locals. That's a cool little cove. We are playing on the 7th Island map. Is the map that we downloaded to do this. This city's so small though. It's only 65,000 population. Which actually seems weird to me. Actually, yeah. So this, I'm 99, I could be completely wrong, but I'm 99% sure this was a realistic population city. But we weren't, oh, you know what? We weren't using Lazarus's combination. We weren't using Lazarus's XML file for this one. So yes, we did realistic pop, but it wasn't the same setting. So now it's just like freaking out. We have millions of people moving to the city, which is why it's lagging. But this is our little canal island, which I think is actually super, super neat. We have Grand Central Park. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to say. We built all this. We built all this. You can fairly clearly tell what was the freeway that was already here and the freeway that we built. Dude, I remember being so proud of some of these loops. I remember being so proud of some of these ons and offs. Thinking they were just so neat. Oh man, that is so... What is this? I can't believe how bad this is. I actually can't believe how we accepted any of this. This was like, honestly, I was proud. I was so proud of this. Guys, I'm sorry, guys. I'm like, this is such a blast from the past for me. I was so proud of this city. I can't believe it was that small. I can't believe we quit after this. We could have kept going. That is the Chateau, everybody. That's the legendary Chateau. This was the city right before Park Life. This was the city right before the Chat Park. So much of the community came from Chat Park. We grew so much from the Chat Park that very few people probably even remember the Chateau. But this was the Chateau, guys. Holy cow. What a blast from the past. It's not going to end here, guys. We're actually going to go and take a look at the original city. I'm going to load up the original city. We're going to do a tour of that. But wow. Look at how much this... I mean, the city's kind of freaking out because, again, there's been so many patches and DLCs and stuff like that. But wow, that was crazy, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this look at the Chateau. A city that... This was the 3rd city we ever did on Twitch, and we started it around early May 2018. So thank you so much, everybody. I will see you guys in the next episode.